As a little bonus for the curve introduction, let's talk about the taper object. We already have the profile object or bevel object. Now we can also add a taper object. For this I will switch back to round because it will make it more clear. If we add a Bezier curve, and let's put that into this curve. So now you can see this here becomes more or less like a graph. And if you look at it as if there was a coordinate cross next to it, like that, you can see this is the start of the curve and this is the end of the curve, and in the center it becomes bigger. So you can directly influence the radius of the curve in different locations. Can you see how now it kind of has a dent in the center, and we can move that around. So this is kind of like as if you had a graph and you're drawing the radius of the curve along the path of the curve. So that would be another way you can influence the thickness of your ornaments without having to use the weight function. What you can do is you can choose multiply or add, and then it will interact with the weight that you already gave these individual control points. So that's an interesting way of playing around with all these values. So I encourage you to try that out so that you get a good feel for how to use a taper object on a curve. I find this a neat little feature, although I won't use this in this particular project because for me the mean radius, the scaling with Alt-S, is more than sufficient to build nice geometry. But it's good to know that you have the option to influence the radius of your curve like that as well. Also, the taper object is interesting to combine with the offset and extrude function, because now the geometry behaves a little bit different.